guys, so today I thought I would go over with you what I did to plan our Disneyland vacation. So for those of you who don't know, we planned this 3 months in advance. We had 3 months notice. I have anxiety. It's something that I struggle with, and I found that being able to plan, even if it's not something that I stick to 100%, having at least a general idea has really helped me feel more comfortable. So I thought I'd go over the planning binder that I made for our family that we are actually going to take on our trip. By the time this video actually goes up, we'll have already gone on our trip. So for those of you who are planning, there are a lot of wonderful resources out there. There are several other videos. Pinterest was a huge help to me. So it can work for Disney World or Disneyland. Just, kind of go with the flow, pick something that works for you. So I just got a little 1-inch binder. It's nothing crazy because we're not going to be there that long, and really for these you kind of want to keep them short and simple. So with that, I also got these little tabbed dividers, and then I labeled them for what we're going to be doing. So there's 5 of them. We have the tickets and confirmations, our day in Hollywood. This is beach day. We actually changed that. It's going to be a rest day. And I'll explain what we're going to be doing that day. We don't have much, but I'll still go over it. Disney California Adventures in Disneyland, and then packing lists. So the first thing that we have is actually our itinerary. So this is just kind of where we expect to be on different days. I actually found this in Google Documents for the Excel sheets, and I just filled it out. So, as you see, we have the flight, when we're leaving, when we're arriving, where we're checking in, what basically to expect on our Hollywood day, our rest day, Disney California Adventures, oh, that says it twice, Disney California Adventures and Disneyland, and then our checkout and our flight out. So we're actually going to be flying out of Atlanta at 12:05, and we'll actually arrive in LAX at 1:37. So that first night, we're just going to kind of get over jet lag. We might go to downtown Disney. We're not really sure. We're just going to kind of play it by ear. Probably swim a little bit, just kind of chill. And then again, we have our Hollywood day. Then we have a rest day before our 2 park days. And then we fly out. We check out of the hotel, and we depart LAX at 1:30. And we arrive back in Atlanta at 9:02 p.m. So over here, I just have all of our flight information, basically anything and everything that we need. So I just printed out the email. Again, this is, our flight, our ticket numbers, confirmation numbers, when we're leaving and arriving, etc., how much money we paid, so on and so forth. So that way we kind of have all that together. And then we have our room. We're going to be staying at the Anaheim Majestic Garden Hotel. So it's about a 20-minute walk from Disney, so we're pretty excited about that. So again, I just have all of that right here. I have our parking information, where we're going to be parking at the Atlanta airport. And then I have our actual thing we can scan. I like to have all of this just in case phones malfunction or something like that. I figure it's probably best to just go ahead and have everything printed out. Again, I have really high anxiety. See, I even have our Disneyland tickets printed here, just in case, and you're gonna think I'm crazy in a second, but I swear I'm not. So when we go to Hollywood, we actually booked a tour, and it's a 10-hour tour. So basically we're just gonna kind of wing it. We leave at 9:30, and I think we'll get back to the hotel around 7:30. So that's just all that information. We don't really know where we're going to eat or anything like that, which kind of terrifies me, but it is what it is. Here's where you're going to think I'm crazy. I actually have our Disneyland tickets yet again right here. Because I'm insane. We have a note for Brian, just in case we need it for any reason. Just a doctor's note explaining his disability, so that way if we need anything at the airport or at Disneyland, or on tour, just anything in general, we have a note. And then this is our day plan. Now, I use this as a guide. This is just kind of what we're expecting. We did get max passes, so we should be able to get fast passes for most things. But I have our park hours, so the park opens at 8 a.m. and it closes at 10, and I say my mom and I are gonna arrive at 7:15. The boys will arrive later, but I'm gonna use this more as a guide rather than we're gonna stick strictly to it. It's just gonna kind of depend on what the day brings. And then again, I have another one for Disneyland. And then I have how to use the Max Pass. Again, just in case. I mean, I'm insane. And I don't want to get to a point where I need something or I need to know how to do something and I don't have it. So if you have anxiety or planning trips or something makes you really anxious, I highly suggest doing something like this, or if you're working with a travel agent, having them work up like a PowerPoint slide or something. A lot of travel agents will do that. Just so you're aware. And then off Pinterest, I found some really interesting things. I found a Disneyland Disney California ride checklist, and I thought this would be kind of a fun souvenir to have, and we can just check off everything that we ride, and then whenever we go back, we can take this and, it's Sunday, it's the Sunday before the 4th, and I've been running around trying to get things done, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool to check everything off, and then it'd just be a cool thing if we go back, we can check off the rest of the things that we didn't get to ride. Because, this doesn't include Galaxy's Edge, and we don't even know if we're gonna go into Galaxy's Edge yet. That is another thing we're gonna kind of play by ear, just because I don't wanna be in a situation where we are going and we say we're gonna go, and then it not happen, especially with Brian. Brian is his autism makes him very rigid when it comes to schedule. So this is another good tool for him to use, is he can look at this binder and know, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. This has everything. So this is also a really great tool for kids who have autism, especially if they're high functioning autism, like Brian. Brian has secondary high functioning autism. So he, most of the time, is pretty good. He does have his meltdowns, especially when he's hot or hungry, and having this should help him be preoccupied. And then I also thought it'd be kind of cool to get these must-try Disneyland snack, sweets, and drinks. So, it's just another little thing we can check off everything that we did, and if we go back, or when we go back, I should say, we can check off the rest of them and know, we tried this and we didn't like it, or, oh my God, we loved this, so we're gonna have to have it. So before I get into the packing list, I do want to explain what we're going to be doing on our rest day. So on our rest day, that is the day after we have done our Hollywood day and right before we go to the parks. So the plan for that day is just to kind of relax and just kind of chill and just swim or laze around the hotel, go exploring. My mom and I are actually going to be going to the pop-up Disney that they have in downtown Disney, or is it pop-up Disney or pop-up Mickey? I think it's pop-up Mickey. I think I totally said that wrong. But we're going to be going to the pop-up Mickey early afternoon, and then my dad and Brian are actually going to be meeting us. We just don't think it's going to be something that they enjoy, but I'm definitely going to have a vlog up on that with me and my mom. She doesn't like to be on the camera, but I will. So it's called Pop-Up Disney, a Mickey celebration. So for those of you who don't know, this is just what it says. Enjoy a unique pop-up experience celebrating the legendary mouse that started it all. Fun for everyone. Salute Disney's most recognizable icon, from his humble Steamboat Willie the beginnings to the megastar millions adore today. So it's just, you're gonna go through and kind of see Mickey through the ages. So I thought that would be something kind of cool for me. My mom and I both really love Disney, and we love the history of Disney, so we thought it would be really, really fun. And then we're gonna get into the packing list. So I listened to a podcast called Unlocking the Magic, and I'm gonna share this with you. You can actually get it yourself if you go to their website. I will try to link that below. But it's just a great, the podcast is by Connie and Bruce Irving. They're really, really wonderful. And this is a Walt Disney World one, not a Disneyland. but I kind of wanted to have it just in case. And just to kind of base everything off of. So it's really wonderful. They have everything like label and loosely rubber band themed outfits, bring sweaters or sweatshirts, don't forget your magic bands, the toiletries, I mean just the stuff that you're gonna forget. You know, everybody forgets, you know, their toothbrush and toothpaste. Other items, a first aid kit. I think that is fantastic to have, especially if you're prone to blisters. Have a first aid kit. Get moleskin. I did. I have moleskin, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see that in mine and Brian's What's in Our Disney Parks bags. Camera with a charger, your cell phone with a charger. I mean, just all of the things that you're going to need, and so that way you don't forget. This is a big one, your meal confirmation numbers. Don't forget those, especially if you've done the ADRs. You want to have your meal confirmation numbers. IDs and driver's license and birth certificates, especially if you're going to a resort out of the country. If you are from the UK and you're going to Florida, make sure that you have like your passport and your birth certificate and anything like that. And then again, this is just first aid. The stuff that you tend to forget, which is what I really liked about this. And it's also the before you leave home to-do list. So give neighbors your travel information, your vacation dates, phone numbers, etc. We're going to be giving this to family members, and then give neighbors information about house. We actually have a family friend who doesn't live too far away, so that way we're going to be able to give them all this information as well. So, I mean, just stuff that you wouldn't normally think about is all in this packing list. So again, I will link that down below, and I really recommend listening to that podcast. It's wonderful, whether you are an experienced Disney planner or it's your first time going. These two have some really awesome things. So, packing lists. I created a packing list for me and Brian. This is just so that when we leave and we're coming home, we have everything. So we sat and spoke with him with Brian's autism. Let me explain this. He has to wear certain colors on certain days, so we talked about that so that way we know that he's going to have these specific shirts and short colors and so on and so forth. And then, you know, just in his airplane bag and toiletries and stuff like that. We're going to get the little toiletries like toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant, all that. We're just going to buy that when we get there from the travel section. And then I have one for me as well, just so, you know, I make sure I bring everything back with me. And then on Pinterest, I also found this wonderful park bag checklist. So, I mean, it's just things, again, to remember to grab. If you are prone to chafing, anti-chafing stick. I don't prefer an anti-chafing stick for me. I usually wear like boy shorts or slip shorts. But for some people, they prefer that. Autograph book and pen. Come on, you're going to Disney, you're gonna want that. I wouldn't necessarily say bug spray. Disney's pretty good about, I have never gotten bitten by bugs. If you're prone to that, perhaps, but. Hand sanitizer, oh my gosh. That's a big one to have. Chewing gum, it's not on here, but Disney does not sell chewing gum on property ever, at all, period. So if you are somebody who needs to have chewing gum, bring chewing gum. They don't have it. Mickey ears, snacks, sun hat, I mean just things that you're not gonna think about. And then I also found this ultimate carry-on. Again, y'all, I'm insane, but I just like to have all of my ducks in a row. I don't wanna be left in the lurch or forget something and it be really important. So I like to have all of these different things and I can check them off or I can take a look at them. But this is just what I have, and then I have extra sleeves for if anything else crops up, especially if we plan on doing anything on that rest day. I'll probably throw mine and my mom's pop-up Mickey tickets in here just in case, again, because I'm crazy. But this is just our little binder. I made this on a little app, just a Photoshop app. It was really simple. You know, I think this is wonderful to have, and if you have smaller children, you can definitely include some other things. I'm in several Disney groups, and I've seen a ton of different things, especially for children with special needs, who needs certain stimulants and so on and so forth. So again, this is just our Disney binder. I tried to keep this short and sweet. But please, if you have any questions or if you can think of anything that I should add for the next trip that we take, please let me know. Oh no! And let me know what you think, and if you end up using your own binder or if you have in the past, go ahead and share that on Instagram and hashtag us. We don't have an Instagram yet, but once we gain a bigger following, that may be something that we do in the future. But go ahead and hashtag us Pintastic Treasures. I'd love to check all that out. All right, so until next time, I hope you guys have a magical day. Bye!